What's going on, my fellow farmer brothers and sisters? I'm Sean. Welcome to Bourbon Beer, Tractors, and Prepping. Alright, let's show how this Cub turned out, and then I'll show a couple of the other ones real fast that are all done. It's a nice day, so I figured let's get them out.
Here I come. Oh, here I come.
Alright, so she's all cleaned up and running pretty good. Now again, this isn't a resto. This was just a rebuild and clean up. But she runs pretty good. Goes down the road, first gear, second gear, third gear, smooth as can be. So far, she runs great. Super responsive. Dies down pretty good. And then on a cold start, honestly, all I gotta do is just tap the choke just a touch, hit the starter, and boom, she fires right off. But yeah, she came out pretty good. So I think the next video is gonna be, we're gonna pull them back in the garage, and then we're gonna go ahead and pop that plow on it. Get this thing ready for some snow. I did order the IH sticker for the front because it's missing this, and I noticed some of them have the Cub here, some don't, so I'm still kicking around if I'm going to order the little Cub stickers to put on there. I mean, it says Farmall Cub there. I don't know if I need to have it there, but I might go ahead and do it. Other than that, once I give this thing just a little bit of run time, I'm going to change this oil back out of here, get all that braking grease, all that stuff out of here, and then put some fresh oil back in her, and then that's it. I still had some of my corks left, so I went in and I popped the corks back in, took those old ones out. The brakes so far stopped beautifully, so it's just a little couple odds and ends. I put a new fuel cap on it, one of the new style Vennet. Painted the radiator cap because I could never find anybody to get me the right one. Got the front headlights working, so everything looks nice on these now. Actually, I could probably possibly see them. Yeah, you can see it. But the headlights, they shine nice and bright now. Clean the lenses up. Tail light, I still got to buy the seal and a new reflector. We'll put a new bulb in. Got the brake light working on it, but I still got to fix the light itself. Other than that, and then I did wire up that gauge light right there. So she came out pretty nice. Definitely pretty happy with it now so far. And again, like I said, I keep telling myself it's got its marks, it got its scratches, it got its stuff on it, but it wasn't a restoration. Oh, it's so hard not to restore stuff. One of the little screws, I think they're like 10 by 24s, did break off inside here when I took this apart. It was super simple to drill it out. I started really small, center punched it, drilled it out, got to the larger size, ran a tap back through with a 1024, and boom, she's done. Very simple fix on those. I was thinking about putting the little nut on there and welding it, but I knew those screw heads were only like yay big, so I knew I could probably pop through that easy enough. And as you saw, I did have to put one of my magnetos on that I rebuilt. Everything inside there I redid, so that whole thing was new inside. Works beautiful. Oil gauge, I'm going to put this thing in gear, even though I got the brakes set, because it is sitting on a slight hill. I really don't want it going back through there. Did flip the tires out a little bit, give it a little bit wider stance. I mean, I only kicked it out yay far, but I just want a little wider. Flipped the drawbar to the back side, reused the bracket that somebody made and put on there. It's going to be good enough for me for just pulling around light stuff. Other than that, I think she's actually pretty good for what I need this thing for. The only other thing I might do at some point over the winter, I'm going to pop the exhaust manifold off, do the, you know, Glacier Silver Cerakote on the pipe. That way it'll stay nice and clean and won't get any of that rust in the future. The only thing, obviously, you'll run into a lot of these aftermarket manifolds is they don't give you enough clearance from these bolts to the manifold. A lot of times you can't get them in. Sometimes you can center them up and get them just right and then lock them down. Other times you got to take a die grinder on the inside edges and vary ever so slightly. Do some grinding just to make sure you have enough room to fit your socket or your wrenches in there. That's the only issue I've found with a lot of these aftermarket manifolds. All the way up to the 300, the 450s, they all have the same issue. Once you get past that, they actually don't work awful. But other than that, I'm going to go pull the Super A down here, and I might pull the 450 gasser down here, and get a little picture, and I'll talk about all three of them. So, be back in a minute. And of course, my beloved Super A. This girl hasn't been out of the shed probably since March. Couple spins, she fires right up. I love this tractor. Alright, let's go ahead and pull her on up next to the little cubby over there, and then we'll walk around this one. But you know what? Let's go ahead and take the mighty 450 on over there before we talk about the Super A. This is definitely my absolute second favorite tractor right here. Starts up and runs so good with the electronic condition on it. Alright, let me get this thing backed in. Alright, so we already talked about the little cubby. You guys are all up to date on that. For anybody new to my channel, this is my Super A. This is 1949. I guess you could say this kind of started my page off. Once I started doing this, when I decided to finally document some of the tractors that I restore. But this one right here has been in 4 or 5 magazines. A couple of them are front covers. I did have a lot of people say, why did you do it red and white? This tractor here, in a nutshell, the reason I went red and white was because when I stripped this one down, I did find white in these areas, not the whole tractor. I feel like I explain this all the time. Anyway, found out from the original owner that when he got it, actually the second owner, when he got it from the dealership in the 50s, they had this painted like this, most likely to match the 50 series. So that's why this Super A has got the white in here, because I decided to go back to what was done in this tractor's history. But it came out really nice. Now this one, I have a step on. The 450, I have a step on. I haven't made a step yet for the Cub, but that'll be next. And there is videos showing the steps that I make and offer. So if you guys want to go back a couple videos, and I think it's actually called like step by step. Anyway, so yeah, this tractor right here is a full on every nut bolt piece, engine seized, head, valve job, you name it, it was done to this tractor. I did everything to it. This old girl was literally ready to go to the scrapyard. But this tractor is absolutely flawless. I did do the super chrome powder coat to the rims on this tractor to give it that nice shine to it. The fronts are original, the rears are Titans. And as you see, a few things I changed on it here and there, kind of like my suicide knob, my shifter knob, things like that, because it's my tractor and I want to do it. I had these stickers made to go onto the white. This is the magic tractor paint that you saw in previous videos that I painted this with. Look how many years it's been, and look how that paint still looks on this tractor. Perfect. So a lot of people, when they keep saying all these different paints are all junk, it's only junk if you apply them wrong. If you apply them right, they come out just fine. And again, it's the IH off-white for this. Not a bright white, not a cream like an almond, but this is the actual IH off-white. But anyway, yes, everything on this tractor has been gone through, rebuilt, restored, redone. I did have that cheap Chinese carburetor on here. This tractor ran awful with it. I did pull it off, rebuilt the original Zenith. Never had an issue with this thing yet. I had somebody ask me about the wire looms on here. These are factory original right here. JP tractors and people like that probably have some of these sitting around. But yes, that's where this one came from. Actually, no, I'm sorry. It didn't come from. This was original. I didn't realize it was in my box of parts. I ordered one from JP that was actually in better shape than mine. So that's why I put this one on from them. And of course, the original corks, all that good stuff. But this tractor right here is a beautiful running tractor. Now let's get over to the mighty 450. This is one of the other ones that I just finished doing. And again, some of you guys followed along to this girl right here. This one, oh my God, again, between these two, geez, they came out absolutely beautiful. Of course, I get a lot of people with the comments of, sorry, it might be a little windy, so I'm trying to keep close to this camera so you guys can hear me. People saying, oh, you should pull that Schwartz off of there, junk, put an original IH on there. For this tractor, it's restored. She's not going to be a farm use tractor. Some tractors, yes, go ahead and use them for the farms after you redo them. Some, save them. That's the only way we're going to preserve history, is to save some of them and not work them. Don't pull them, don't work them, just make them nice, enjoy them, run them, they'll survive a long time. So yes, there's different categories of us people out there. Pullers, restorers, and farmers who use them still. We're all three. You can do whatever you want to do, but somewhere along the line, some of us have to save these tractors. But anyway, so yes, I'm not putting an IH wide front on this one because, again, this one had the Schwartz put on it at one point. I'm leaving it. It runs absolutely perfect on this tractor. I do have the IH front end on that diesel. I will pull that one out once I finish up the ejection pump on that one and maybe get a pair of the two 450s together. But right now, I just kind of wanted to get a little picture and a little video and kind of do a little recap on what I do and show some of these tractors off. Engine, smoked. Valve seals were done. Hard start, barely started. Rebuilt engine, now she runs good. This one, ready for, like I said, the scrap yard. The guy who I got it from, they were going to scrap it for the most part because she was dead in the water. Engine was completely a total, absolute solid rust ball. Stack wasn't covered for every bit of probably 10 years. So, brought this one back from the dead. Love it. This one, same way. This one was locked up, seized up. Engine, the cylinders, I mean, she was bad. Runs like a top. So, gotta love these old Farmalls. And that right there, to me, is a gorgeous sight. Gotta love it. But anyway, so that's all this video was just to kind of showcase these three right here. Only because of the fact that I just got that one rebuilt. Just now, I finished up the engine, the pop-ups, all that good stuff, if you guys saw the video. Or maybe I did the video and popped this up first. I don't know. Depends on what order I put this in. You may have seen the rebuild. You may not have seen the rebuild. But anyway, so she runs good. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of give it, like I said, a little talk about, a little walk around. And as you see, of course, I went stainless on the exhaust. And I apologize, again, if you guys are hard to hear me because it is quite windy out here. This is the silver Cerakote. The Glacier Silver that I was talking about that I'm going to do to the Cubby is going to be this right here. Now, let's jump over real quick over to the Super A. This is Cerakote as well, but this is the black that I used on this one. So, I do have different colors of that, but this one's the black. And again, this one was done, oh my God, I had to look back at my videos to see what year I did this. I'm thinking 2017, 2018. And again, look at the paint, look at the Cerakote. Look at the powder coat. Everything's holding up beautiful for as long as I did this. And yes, magic tractor paint, wet sand it, clear coat it, you name it. She's been fine. This one, Rust-Oleum farm implement, IH Red. Again, clear coated. You saw the work that I did on this one, the body work, quite a bit. And in this one, I did nothing to. Anyway, guys, if you liked the video, please make sure you hit that notification bell, like, subscribe, and share. Please subscribe. I'm so close to 5,000. I want to get to that 5,000. Again, I don't get anything really for it. I'm just excited to get to it. But the more subscribers I get, the more restorations and rebuilds I'll keep popping up, and then I'll keep showing more and more of the tractors. I am going to end up pulling that one in. We're going to do the plow, and then these two are probably going to get tucked away for the winter, and then I'm probably going to go ahead and figure out if I'm going to either start that 300 utility, or if I'm going to go, so I got to bring you closer because you probably can't hear me, the 300 utility or the 460 diesel. It's going to be one of the two. And like I said, eventually I'm going to get the 450 diesel out and get a picture of those two together. But anyway, that's it for this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. And again, if you want those steps, hit me up, 7valleyfarmalls@gmail.com. Thanks for watching.